health, wealth, happiness, fitness, motivation, personal development, business.
Hi guys, David McConaughey here of the Ask DMC Show.
Welcome everybody to the very first episode of the Ask DMC Show. Great to be here on my first ever vlog with a pile of questions filled up here with my questions from Facebook and people that were sending them in. We've also got some on the board as well, so I'm just going to fire straight in. Okay. Question from Ashley, and her question was, what do you advise or what can you do on the days that you don't feel motivated? Well, that's normal first of all. That happens to everybody. Generally, if you've got tasks in front of you and you're not motivated to do them, my suggestion is that you're focusing too much on the chore of what has to be done rather than the outcome that's going to be produced. Also, you may be thinking about too many things. You may have lots of stuff to do, but you haven't made a list, you haven't prioritised, you haven't scheduled, and you haven't executed. So when I've got 20, 30 or maybe 40 different tasks to get done within a 20, 40 hour period, which is quite normal for me, and I feel like I'm getting fried, and I feel like I'm thinking too much about all the things that I need to do, and it starts to demotivate me. The same situation. What I do for me is just make a list. Make a list and then I schedule and I prioritise. But then I start to think about how amazing I'm going to feel once I've done them. And once I get through all those tasks, then what am I going to be able to do next? So that moves me forward. In an exercise, that's more for motivation, for personal motivation. In an exercise scenario, I get this question all the time. I can't be bothered getting up in the morning. I find it really hard to get up in the morning. What would you advise somebody to do who's struggling just to do their workout routine? Well, the advice that I give everybody is put your workout kit on. So get changed, get dressed as if you're doing a training session. Put your music on. Make sure you're hydrated. If you like to drink coffee before you train, have a nice strong, preferably black coffee, and start your warm-up. Chances are you'll complete your workout. Definitely. If you get that far, you're just going to follow through. But again, as we were talking about personal motivation, think about how you're going to feel. Think about how amazing exercise makes you feel. All the different things that happen to you once you finish training. How alert you feel, how happy you feel, all the endorphins, all the kind of physiological, biological reaction that happens within your body once you've cleansed your system by sweating and you've had a really good workout and you've pushed yourself mentally and physically. And the reaction I have, write down the top 5 feelings that you have personally, you get when you train afterwards, after you train, how it makes you feel, top 5, or how you feel when you've accomplished a task that you've set yourself to do, whether it be a small task or a big task, and how it makes you feel, and focus on that, focus on the emotion, focus on how you're going to feel afterwards. Do not focus on the task in hand. Do not focus on, oh, I just want to stay in my bed. I see this all the time in my corporate coaching, when I work one-to-one with entrepreneurs, I just can't get up. My biggest downfall is the alarm clock. I hear that all the time. Like, really? I don't even need an alarm clock. I'm up, boom, I'm in about it, because I know it's going to make me feel worthwhile. I know it's going to make me feel proud. I know it's going to make me feel as if I'm accomplishing something. I know it's going to give me the realisation to understand that I'm moving forward and I'm moving towards achieving the overall goals that I've set myself. Because it works. It's like a forward motion potion. Forward motion potion. Put it together. Your top 5 reasons why, top 5 emotions. Why are you doing it? Why are you doing the thing that you're doing? How does it make you feel? And focus on that, and that'll encourage you to be more motivated and push through and complete the task. I hope that answers your question, Ashley. Okay, moving on to the next question. David sent this in, and his question was, what is the biggest challenge that you've had to face since starting your own business and building your very own private training facility? Now, this is a fantastic question. Pretty straightforward answer as well. Biggest challenge I've ever had, I've had to face so far, is me. Definitely. Forget about the fact I was nearly bankrupt. Had to sign, and at least it was worth lots of zeros on the number. That the fact that I grew a business with 2 employees when actually we needed 7. There's all the equipment that we had to invest in, the transformation at the gym, Julie giving up her really successful career in the banking industry, Grant giving up his job, having 40, 50 clients a week when we needed at least 100, 125, 150 odds, to be able to grow to where we wanted to grow. And all those challenges, forget about them. People dying, all that kind of stuff, which has been really tough. There's none of them have been the biggest challenge. Biggest challenge I've had is me. Definitely, and I think it will be going forward as well. But I'm starting to understand myself better, so you can always make better judgments. You can always choose to do better things going forward. But that's the answer. The biggest challenge I've had is me, my own mindset, and challenges I bring myself, fears and doubts, worry, anxiety sometimes. So I hope that answers that question for you, David. And the next one, I've got them written up over here. Yes, here we go. This is a quality question. What makes DMC Fitness's programme different from any other diets out there? Well, diets are generally restrictive. Diets also generally vilify certain foods. Yes, dieting has its purpose: short-term fat loss, short-term weight loss, competition, pre-competition, these kind of things, but it's not sustainable long-term. So we don't look at what we do in here as a diet per se. We look at what we do in here as a way of being able to educate people how to look after their body on a biological cellular level so that they produce great health and vitality, so that they can move properly and combine those two with correct movement, exercise, and a healthy approach to whole foods, hydration, good self-image. Boom, 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 boom. Put all them together, fat loss. So there's no diet. It's a process. And that aspect of being healthy is one of the keys. So you can't really compare what we do in here to a diet, because it's not about dieting, it's not about restriction, it's not about vilification, it's not in a specific time frame. It's completely different to that. It's about understanding and learning and developing the skills to be able to be healthy, so that coupled with correct movement, as I've already said, will produce whatever goal the individuals set themselves out for. Most people that go on a diet want to go on a diet because they don't like their body shape, because they're too overweight, or they've got someplace, somewhere to holiday, or something to do, their clothes don't fit, and tick those boxes. That's why people go on diets. We definitely do not promote any form of diet. So I hope that answers that question. A great question here from Lynn, and Lynn's basically saying that people I know can stick to a healthy way of living during the week, but seem to undo all the good when it comes to the weekend. How would you focus to get the consistency and get consistent results? It's a cracking question. A lot of people do really well Monday to Friday, and then when the weekend hits, boom, it's party time. and the consistency doesn't happen at all. We talk about the Friday feeling and the Saturday feeling in here sometimes. You know, when you're in and you just get that, all right, it's the end of the week. And I suppose the best way to answer this, or a really quick way to answer this, is just that it's all about emotional states. So the weekend's attached to happiness, happiness is attached to relaxation, relaxation's attached to freedom, freedom's attached to happiness, they're all intertwined. And then getting out of the routine of Monday to Friday, getting away from work as well, which could be a big thing. If you work really hard and you're pretty stressed in your job, but if your job's not fulfilling your life's purpose, then you will look for ways to be able to patch over that and have fun at the weekend. And generally that's when things start to go up and down. Excuse me. I've got a really itchy nose. Somebody wants to fight me, I think that's what they say when that happens. So, getting in check with your emotional state, having an understanding of when you're stressed, you know, thinking about, okay, so how much is this worth for an individual that's losing their consistency, or like, how big's your why? That's another thing as well to do with kind of the weekends where people are using the weekend as a way to be able to relax and to go off the programme, or to relax the rules, or to not be consistent, as this question states. What's your why? For what purpose are you doing this? Why are you choosing to have a period of time of, you know, be more focused or be more consistent within your health? And also, how could you then manage it so there's more balance? How could you balance it? Definitely, I think those are the challenges. How do you be more consistent? How do you follow through with it? To sort your why out. Sort your why out. Most people being healthy is about weight loss. Generally, you know, they go on a weight loss crusade. They go on a health crusade to lose weight, or they go to lose weight and then they be healthier to produce that. You want to go up a bit higher on that. You want to kind of, in an NLP term, chunk up. So why do you want to lose weight? What would losing weight or losing fat, burning fat, how will that make you feel? Because it's all emotional as well, emotional states. You can think about what state do you want to be in? How would you like to feel? How amazing are you going to feel? What's that going to bring to your life? What's it going to be like when you can wear new clothes? What's it going to be like when you enjoy looking at yourself in the mirror when you've come out the shower, or you glance at yourself in the mirror and you come out the shower? How are all these things going to make you feel? And then you need to weigh up what's more important. The weekend for 2 days of breaking state and not thinking about, you know, what you do Monday to Friday, or the long-term goal. I hope that helps to answer your question, Lynn. Health, wealth, happiness, fitness, motivation, personal development, business.
Hi guys, David McConaughey here of the Ask DMC show.